Or do you think I look bad? You ought to see the monkey.
Oh, God, Bill, that is a horrible joke.
All right.
Let's touch up and
finish
brush
already.
it off.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Have a good one. Have a good show, Bill.
All right. Hey, what am I, Sister Patril over here? You want to get these?
Yeah, your regular flying nut there.
Come on, come on. What's the deal with the microphone?
Oh, you have to tape it on, Bill.
What's the clips broken? Scotch tape. Great. Terrific. Real professional. Show's a train wreck. Show is a complete train wreck. Can you hear me? Testing. Testing. You're all beneath me. Your lives are meaningless. You got that?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. Good. Man, I am not feeling well. I am not feeling well at all. I had some chili and some clam chowder mixed together this afternoon, and I am just... had to drive down here with the windows open in the car. Is that going to be enough, you think?
Oh, yeah, plenty, I think.
There's only coffee in here.
Oh, Bill, wait, that's not yours.
We'll take it. Come on.
Oh,
and get rid of this tape, too, will you?
Yeah, okay.
Give that to one of the guests.
Okay, you got it. Anything you say, boss?
We about ready to go here? I'm telling you, I'm not ready. I'm not ready today at all.
What's the matter?
It's whole thing with my lawyer. My ex-wife's been calling me up.
Again?
Just don't even, just forget it. I, me, I, me, humana. By the way, Alan, I notice it's all guys on the show this week. You want to take care of that? I mean, I'd like to have a woman on the show once in a while. You know, I'd like women to be fairly represented on my show, you know? Okay?
We'll take care of it, Bill.
Okay. And get one that's really built, too, because, boom, I don't want one of those whoopers like you had a couple of weeks ago, that woman from the plant store or whatever. I don't want any of that. I want everything to be right. Because I am just sick to death of the pathetic chain of losers we have had as guests on this show. Oh, hey, Bill Baines, nice to meet you. Did a nice job on your makeup. Look good.
Oh, thanks.
We about ready to roll here? Oh, do you want to take that picture? Got a guy who wants to take a picture for the local paper.
Can you smile for us, Bill?
You want me to smile? All right. Done? Is that enough? Okay.
Thank you.
It's a nice smile, Bill.
We about ready to roll here?
Yep, we're about ready to rock.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. This is for real. Okay, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Talk It Up with Bill Baines.
Hi, I'm Bill Baines, and welcome to Talk It Up. Before we get the show started, there's a little something I'm supposed to take care of. As you probably know, last week one of our guests was one of the last surviving members from the cast of Wizard of Oz. I think you all remember that movie, great 1939 motion picture with Judy Garland. And apparently I referred to the man as a midget, which is one of those words that you're just not allowed to use anymore. And according to our producer, I used the word midget 13 times during our conversation. I also used the words dwarf, gremlin, and half pint. Now, I didn't mean anything by it, but as you can imagine, after the show, we got a lot of angry calls from angry little people out there. And apparently what they like to be called is wee people. So if that's what they want to be called...
It's not wee people, it's little people.
Little people.
Yeah, they like to be called little people, Bill.
Fine. Well, you know, wee people, little people, whatever you call them, it's still funny to watch them try to golf. You ever see that little dwarf guy? Oh, man, that guy cracks me up. He's like the little... Of course, now, technically, he's not a midget, is he? It's Tim Conway, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, close enough. Okay, anyway, the point is, if I offended anybody, if I hurt anybody's feelings, you know, whatever. Our first guest on the show today is Mr. John Smith from the United Paranoid Society and the UPS, and glad to have you here.
Oh, thanks, Bill. It's nice to be here.
Now, what is this UPS, this United
Well,
Paranoid Society?
First of all, it's actually the UPA, the United Paranoid Association. We were going to call ourselves UPS, but then people kept calling up and asking us to deliver packages, so had to change the name.
Yeah, I understand. So what does the UPA do?
Well, I'm afraid I actually can't tell you that, Bill. You see, we're a secret organization. We feel that what we do is really nobody else's business.
Oh. Well, can you tell us how your organization got started?
That's pretty much classified information.
Do you have any, like, big initiations where you dress up in funny costumes, or?
Sorry, I can't tell you anything about that. Sorry.
You guys got a softball team? Anything like that?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Well, you know, Mr. Smith, if you can't answer any questions, why'd you come on our show?
Well, we hope to get a little bit of publicity, you know, maybe get some more folks to join the UPA.
Oh, I see. Well, how many members do you have now?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Well, how many members are you hoping to get?
You ask a lot of questions, don't you?
It's a talk show, Mr. Smith. I'm bound to ask a lot of questions. By the way, John Smith, that's not your real name, is it? Oh, come on. Give us your real name.
No.
Well, why don't you give us the name and address of your little group, and then people can write or call in.
The address?
Yeah, so people can write or call in, or...
You'd love to know, wouldn't you?
All right, we're going to go to a commercial now, so we'll be right back with Talk It Up with Bill Baines.
All right, and we're clear.
Kevin, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, sure, boss.
Yeah. I want this guy off my show. I want him off right now.
I know, but he's booked for 2 segments.
Yeah, I don't care. The guy is a complete fruit bat. I want him out of here. Just see what you can do, all right?
All right, I'll see what I can do.
All right. Well, the show's going pretty good so far, don't you think?
Why do you say that?
Well, I mean, we're halfway through it and nobody's been injured yet.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
I think
Oh,
somebody...
Mr. Smith, you got an important phone call. In the,
A phone call?
Yes.
From who?
I don't know. They didn't say, but it sounded pretty important, so you better just come with me.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll be back.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Right down these stairs here.
Important phone call. See ya. Okay, lock him out and bring on the next guest.
Right.
Am I wrong, or is that guy crazier than an outhouse rat? I'm getting a little shiny over
I
here.
know, Bill.
Okay.
I'm on top
Thanks,
of it.
Jacob.
Sure.
Oh, Bill, your lawyer's here to see you.
Yeah, bring him in. Tell him to come in just a minute.
Yeah, come on in.
What do you call them? Do you call them midgets or little people?
I don't know, Bill. I don't think I've ever met a midget.
Oh, sure you have. You probably just didn't know it. Oh, hey, how's it going, Stan?
Not bad, Bill. I just have a few things for you to sign here.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, well, I've got... All right, fine. So, pretty good show so far, huh?
Yeah, like I'd watch your show.
You ever notice how I just sign everything you hand me without asking about it?
Yeah, well, it's one of the few things I like about you, Bill. Oh, by the way, your last alimony check, you forgot to sign it. Again.
Whoops. Don't know how that happened.
Well, it's already 2 weeks late. Your wife's going to file another lawsuit, and sure enough, that judge is going to slap you with another fine, Bill.
Thanks. You seem to be enjoying this. And whose attorney are you again?
Well, if I was your wife's attorney, I would have been paid by now. You see, you also forgot to sign my check, too.
Sorry about that. Sometimes I forget how to spell my name.
Yeah, well, can you spell garnished wages, Bill?
What?
Nothing. So who's your next guest going to be?
Well, I don't know. The last guy was kind of a freak, so I think we got an open segment here. I think I'll just sit down, look into the camera, and kind of give a little speech on contemporary society. You know, give them the Bill Baines perspective.
I don't think that's a very good idea, Bill.
Well, I mean, maybe you could sit in. Come on, be my second guest.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. I mean, everybody wants to see what's wrong with America. If you're we got an attorney here, you know, they can see firsthand what the problem is.
I'd love to be interviewed by you, Bill.
Oh, come on, you can defend yourself. You got to do better than you do for your clients.
Sorry, I prefer real television.
My attorney, Klaus von Bülow, ladies and gentlemen. Klaus von Bülow. Let's hear it for him. I can't understand why there's... take your pen. Can't understand why there's so many lawyers. They eat their young, you know. All right, what are we going to do for another guest? Because I'm not talking to that juggling clown guy for 20 minutes. That's not going to happen.
Well, you know, we could show Alan's movie.
You that little thing we shot a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah,
got
we
that
can
on tape?
Yeah, we can run the tape and you can interview Alan about it.
All right, Alan, we're going to show you a little movie. You want to be on the show?
Sure.
Okay, come on and sit down, because we've got about 5 seconds left here.
Quick, take off the glasses. Oh, jeez. This will have to do. I can't do any better. Short notice.
All right. Ready to go?
Okay. 4 minutes.
How do I look? I feel a little nervous.
Well, you need a lot more makeup, and it's too bad about those clothes. But I guess we really don't have...
All right, here we go, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Talk It Up with Bill Baines. We won't be talking to Mr. John Smith anymore. He had to run off all of a sudden. I think he had to get back to the bat cave. But that's okay, because we've got a sane guest here. We've got Mr. Alan Brunswick. He's our technical, talent coordinator is what you do, right? Mm-hmm. And you're doing a great job this week, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you know, everybody's just standing in line to get on your show, Bill.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the point is, Alan here is kind of an amateur filmmaker, and I stress the word amateur. He did this little video a couple of weeks ago, and I play a supporting role in it. I haven't seen it myself, so Tricia, could you run that little film that Alan made? I was taking a shortcut down a side street on my way home from work when I heard a voice call to me. "Hey, you," it said. "Yeah, you. The one without the dog. Come here." As it happened, I didn't have a dog, so I walked over to find out what was going on. There was a short man in a polyester suit waiting there for me. "You ever hear of Elvis Presley?" he asked. When I said that I recognized the name, the man began telling me about his lifelong devotion to the King. He'd always been a big fan of the singer, but it wasn't until Presley's death in the late 70s that he started what he called a personal relationship with Elvis. Apparently, he'd sold his house in West Virginia and spent years scouring the country for bits of Elvis memorabilia. He'd bought guitars that Elvis had played, outfits he'd worn on stage, rare photographs, and everything related to Presley he could get his hands on. Recently, his quest had come to an end. It seems he hadn't paid any taxes in the past 13 years, and the IRS was going to put him in prison if he didn't pay up, and fast. So he was forced to sell all of his precious Elvis artifacts. "All but this one," he said. The man opened up the trunk of his car and took out a gray plastic garment bag, which he unzipped and opened. Inside was a large white shirt with a wide collar and long cuffed sleeves. "This is the shirt that Elvis died in," he whispered. I didn't know how to react. Looking back down at it, I noticed a burn mark on the elbow of the left sleeve. "How'd it get burned?" I asked. "Oh, well, that happened in the plane crash." "Elvis died in a plane crash? I thought it was drugs." "Well, that's just what they want you to think," the man replied. "Who?" "The KGB," he confided. You see, Elvis was flying arms down to the rebels in the Dominican Republic when his private jet was shot down by Soviet agents. He showed me a black and white photograph of the wreckage of a small jet. There was a man's body lying at the crash site. He was wearing the same shirt as the one in the display case. I couldn't see the face of the man in the photo, but there was a red circle drawn around him, and the man assured me that it was, in fact, Elvis. He tried to sell me the shirt for $500. I explained to him that he wasn't dealing with some idiot and managed to talk him down to $485. Being the new owner of an authentic piece of Elvis history, I became quite a fan. I collected all of his records, saw his films, and went to see all the really good Elvis impersonators that came to town. One night, when I was at an Elvis film festival at a local theater, I met an attractive young woman who was also a fan of the King. We talked casually between showings of Love Me Tender, Kissin' Cousins, and Blue Hawaii. She invited me back to her place, where we had a few drinks and carried on our conversation. Then she led me to her bedroom. "Come on, I want to show you something very special," She went to her closet as I sat down on the edge of the bed. Then she brought out a gray plastic garment bag and laid it open on the bed next to me. Inside was a large white shirt with some dried seaweed clinging to the left sleeve. "This is the shirt that Elvis died in," she whispered. There was a long, awkward pause. "What's the deal with the seaweed?" I asked. "Oh, that's from the boat explosion." "I thought he was killed in a plane crash," I said. "Well, that's just what they want you to think." "Who?" "The CIA," she confided. "You see, Elvis was delivering secret documents to the government down in the Dominican Republic when his personal yacht was torpedoed by federal agents. When I asked her where she got the shirt, she told me she'd bought it in an alley from a short man in a polyester suit. I didn't know what to say. I was embarrassed beyond all words because I had no polite way of telling her that I had the real one. What the hell was that? Seriously, what was that?
Well, I call it a sardonic spoof on American iconism.
You want to unpack that one for me, Skippy?
Well, the one thing that all world cultures seem to have in common is that every few centuries they have the urge to make one of their citizens a temporal god. It seems our modern-day society has placed Elvis as its icon or demigod, if you will.
Yeah, that's real nice. All I want to know is why you cut me out of the movie. I mean, I had 2 paragraphs of dialogue and none of it's in there.
Look, Bill, I had to edit it for time. Besides, you're still in there.
I'm still in there. I'm sitting around eating popcorn in the background in the theater scene. I'm not in it. No one can tell that's me.
Well, you know, there are no little parts, just little actors.
Yeah, well, spank my grandma and spare me the details, Mr. American Iconism. Geez, 2 weeks I worked on that dialogue, and you know, and you don't even use it. I mean, geez, I funded half that movie. I put up half the production costs. I want my $25 back. This is the problem with films these days. All the best scenes end up on the cutting room floor. All right, we're going to go to a commercial. We'll be right back with the Bill Baines Show.
And we're clear.
All right, get up, get out of here. You're gone.
Okay.
That's all I need for you on the show. By the way, clean up my dressing room when you get done here.
That's really not my job, Bill.
Yeah, well, there are no little jobs, just little talent coordinators. Hop to it, Francis Ford Coppola. Everyone thinks they're Steven Spielberg. Well, what are we going to do now? I mean, have we got the guy with the funny makeup on his face, the guy who juggles? Is he ready to go?
Yeah, he's right here, and he just needs to set up his stuff, so...
All right, Kevin, send in the clown.
All right, come on, Clint, let's go.
Nice job.
It's a real pleasure to meet you, Mr. Baines.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Why don't you sit down? Real nice outfit you got there.
Thanks.
I think you got a little something coming right out here.
Oh, that's supposed to be there.
Yeah. We about ready to go?
Okay. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Talk It Up with Bill Baines. So much for amateur filmmaking. We got Josh Peters here. He's kind of one of those juggling clowns you see panhandling down in Balboa Park. Nice to have you on the show, Josh.
Thanks, Bill, but I really wouldn't call myself a clown.
Well, maybe you wouldn't call yourself a clown, but I'm sure pretty much everybody... well, anyway, the point is, I guess you probably prefer to be called a juggler.
Actually, I like to call myself a performance artist.
A performance artist?
That's right, Bill.
So, you juggle, but you're not a juggler.
Right.
Much in the way that a man who farms is not a farmer.
Yeah. I just like to call myself a performance artist, that's all.
I see. I like to call myself Bill Gates, but Microsoft isn't sending me any checks, if you know what I mean.
Why don't you just let me juggle and I can show you how I make my living.
Yeah, that would be great, but we got to go to a commercial. We're kind of cramped for time. We'll be right back after these commercial words.
And clear.
Can you freshen up my coffee, Kevin?
Yeah, you bet.
Am I going to get to do any juggling, Mr. Baines?
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. We got plenty of time. How much time we got left, Kevin?
Minute and a half, Bill.
Okay. Plenty of time. Don't worry about it. Relax.
Because if we're short on time, I can cut right to the climax, where I juggle the flaming torches. Or maybe I should build up to that. What do you think?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter to me, Josh. I don't care much for juggling. I don't like it.
You don't like it at all?
Well, I mean, what's the point? I mean, you throw stuff up in the air, it comes back down, you throw it back up again. I mean, what are you doing? Demonstrating gravity? It's just pointless, you know?
It's just entertainment.
Well, not to me.
All right, here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Talk It Up with Bill Baines. I've got Josh Peters. He's kind of a performing clown artist, juggling kind of thing. Anyway, I wanted to ask a few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, Bill.
What do you think of this whole Bosnia situation?
You mean Bosnia, Yugoslavia?
No, Josh, I mean Bosnia, Wisconsin. Yes, Bosnia, Yugoslavia. What do you think I'm talking about? I mean, what do you think? You think we're going to be able to do anything over there, or does the UN have our hands tied? What do you think?
Well, I don't pay much attention to foreign policy, but how about I show you some juggling?
Well, wait a minute.
Really
What about the Chargers? Are you following them this year? I mean, because they're making all these wild trades. I mean, I don't understand what they're doing in the front office over there. But you think we're going to end up with a decent offense, or what?
I really don't pay much attention to sports, but I'll show you something, a sport that I really know a lot about. That's juggling.
Hold on a second. Sport? A minute ago, you were all over my back about how you were a performance artist, and now juggling's a sport, and you think you're like an athlete or something? I mean, what gives?
Look, why don't you just let me juggle, and then you can decide for yourself what it is.
Well, I'd really love to do that, but as I can see, we're all out of time. So thanks for coming by, Josh, and thanks for tuning in to the Bill Baines Show. This has been Talking Up with Bill Baines, and it's nice to have you tune in.
All right, we're out of here.
Is that it? That's his act? He threatens people with knives, and then he throws his pins down, and, well, that's performance art.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, I saw him perform once.
Not part of it. Yeah? He's pretty good?
Oh, yeah, he was great.
I saw a performance artist once.
outta here, man.
This guy in Washington,
quitting.
D.C.
I'm
And
quitting
he had a big canvas there, and he came along with a paintbrush, and then he did like a big performance art painting. But he didn't use his hands to hold the brush, and he didn't use his feet, and he didn't use his mouth either.
Oh, so how do you hold the brush, Bill? Oh.
Well, that's pretty good. I like that. Great. Well, does anybody want to go out and get a steak or something? Anybody want to go out and get a drink or anything? Okay, well, that's all right. I'll just go by myself. You digest better alone. Where's that paranoid guy? Did he go out the front entrance?
No, I think he's at the front door right now.
He's at the front door?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going out the back.
All right. See you.
Bye, Bill.
Are we out of here?
Hi, Mom. You look great.
Hi, honey. I feel great. Thanks to Dr. Gray.
Thank you for wearing your medical alert bracelet. You know, without it, we wouldn't have known of her heart condition. Or her medications, right, Mom?
I always wear it. Where's my medical alert bracelet?
Don't worry, here it is. We wouldn't let you leave without it. If you have a medical condition or take prescription medications, Medical Alert could save your life. Call now for free information.
We're all here for the same reason, because Job Corps works. It's a job training
Program that gives young adults ages 16
through 24
the chance
to finish school,